Because of our glorious pecan trees, we get a lot of sap on our vehicles, stuff like that. That camper's been neglected. It's dirty on top, so I've got a little bit of a bleach water and soap combination, so let's get it all cleaned up. So it's all mildew. I'm scrubbing on it right there. You can see how it's turning brown. That's why I added bleach to it. It's that sap. I'm trying to bleach it out and scrub on it. See if we get this thing shiny silver again. Looks pretty good. I had to use an SOS pad because, not SOS, I had to use a Scotch-Brite pad. Boy, it's nice and shiny again. It hasn't been that way in years. All right, we're cleaned up and ready to roll. All the weather stripping is done. It was leaking around that back door. You remember when I replaced that rotten floor, so hopefully it won't leak anymore. So we'll see. I got a piece of plywood and I cut it and screwed it in to the bottom of the frame to support the tire, and then I got a brace that's bolted to the trailer to hold a tire. That way it's a little bit more secure. I just didn't like the idea of it just dangling. And then I put the safety cable on there. We're ready to roll. Got my bearing buddy all greased up. You can see where it's coming out just a little bit right there. That's the overflow that tells you when you've had enough in there. We got them both greased up. We're gonna put these caps back on because we're ready to hit the road. We've had these for a couple of years. These are Hall Masters. I got them at Harbor Freight. So probably cheaper than Bearing Buddy, I don't know. But a little bit of safe security to let you feel more comfortable about pulling down the road. So, and we got the final checks. I checked all the air pressure. Everything looks good. Tires look good. We are hooked up. Here's my spare tire. Everything's locked down. Here's my new table I built out of cedar that bolts right to the fender. And here is the color. Slap your mama in the face orange. Otherwise known as Harley orange. All the way around. So I got stuff packed in there. You see the compartments underneath the bed. The bed mechanism mounts to the side of the box. And I've got little sliders right there that allow it to slide out. So it's, you grab the handle, this flips back, and there is our bucket toilet. So handle goes back down, a little snug. Think we got everything. And I stained this door right here. So mounted a nice handle on it. So we're ready to roll. All the pretty lights. And the TV. It's the cozy little setup we have. Here it looks like with the in couch position with the back door open. It sure is an awesome little setup we have. And here is the bed. Nice and cozy. Just gotta make it and we're ready to, it's gonna be 32 degrees tonight. We're gonna be nice and cozy because we have a little heater. Sun is coming over the mountains and lighting up the camper. And it feels good.
Oh God, this coffee's strong.
And the coffee's strong, so it's gonna warm us up. Good morning, look at my crazy hair. Oh man, it's 30 something degrees here. We're at Rifle Gap, Colorado. We're gonna be doing breakfast here in a little bit, and then we're gonna head over to Rifle Falls, somewhere I haven't been since I was a kid. So we're looking forward to going seeing that. Camper done. We've been in Colorado for about a week now. Everything's been doing pretty good. It's cozy little camper. We put a little heater in there tonight, and we set it on 60, and we stayed toasty all night long. I mean, any more than that, we would have been too hot. That insulation has really done the trick. But I'm gonna get me down a little bit of Joe, and we are going to go make some breakfast. And I'm going to take you guys over to the Rifle Falls and let you see what that looks like. And then we'll do a tour of the camper. But while you're waiting, here's a little bit of video of some of the colors we saw this week. Because this is color, last week was color weekend. This week is also, I guess, a color weekend. But anyways, check these beautiful sights out. Beautiful. Wow, this is cool under here. Whew. Oh man. Look at that. That is cool. This table has been very, very handy. We're sitting at a rest area right now, and we have all of our stuff laid out. Nice working space. Love this table. And just like that, we're home. Made it back home. We were 14 days gone, 2 days there, 2 days back, and 10 days in Colorado. I spent most of my time at my parents' house. As you saw some of the beautiful pictures of the deer, every morning and every evening we saw deer just walking right by 10, 15 feet away from our trailer. It was really cool. We had it parked in their yard, a quarter of their yard, and we stayed in it every night. So it was really nice to have our own little private area, and just I could make my coffee and sit out there and watch the deer in the morning, drink coffee. So it was a lot of fun spending a lot of time with them. And we got to go up to Rifle Gap in Rifle Falls. It was beautiful up there. It got pretty cold there, but I'm going to give you guys a quick tour of everything we got accomplished. I didn't get a chance to do that while we were up there, just because we were busy. The camper was just full of stuff, and it was just too hard to give you guys a good picture of it. So now that I'm back home, I'm going to give you an overview of everything we did. So to start with, these little shelves that I built last minute before we left, didn't even have time to paint them. Really cool. You just fold them up like so, and they got these black levers there and there, and then you just push up and they snap in. And that's what I use to put my CPAP on, and also the DVD player. And if we step inside here, oh, I have a nice seat here. You can see the plugs are right there. And the cute little curtains that the wife sewed up, little tiny campers on them. You can see my beautiful crown molding going down. The ceiling turned out really nice. You see, we hang the TV right here on the wall. We run the cords up to the DVD player, and we can watch all the movies we want sitting on our couch. Here we go, right here on the side door. So this is an old cabinet, antique cabinet door handle. It works out really good. The two triangles on the side are storage. You just kind of put your finger underneath them. They flip forward. This is where I keep a lot of the plug electrical stuff. I'm going to eventually put battery in there to run things, hopefully more off grid. That closes. This side here opens up, and I've got dustpan in there, other small things. There's a container full of cedar chips for our compost toilet. Then this flips up, the handle folds down, and there's our compost toilet. I got a little spring. You just clip it anywhere. It holds it up out of the way. So that at nighttime we usually just leave it up like that. And so that way you don't have to try to lift the lid up in the middle of the night. So that was very, very handy. And then here is the couch and the contraption that I built underneath it. That was very, very handy. We had that full of a lot of our camping gear. It came in really handy, and I had to add a board right there just to support the bed a little bit more when it's in bed form. And if you look over here, you'll see a little eye hook I got sitting there with a little clasp. That keeps it in bed form while we're driving down the road. Now, the reason I say that is you look right there. I mounted this on sliders to slide out so we can make it into a bed. So it doesn't vibrate or shift going down the road, and then you can just slide it out and make it into a bed. I added these spacers just to give it a little bit more support. I did not like the idea that slider sliding out with our weight on it. I didn't want to bend it. It probably won't, but extra precautions. I just kind of screwed those down. I ripped them on the table saw the same thickness as the sliders. So when it slides out, it just gives it more guidance. So let's go to the back. And here's what it looks like from the back. There's another shelf on this side for the wife. When we're sitting on the couch, you can put your drink up there. Very handy. And then this plug right here goes to our rope light. You saw a picture of that at nighttime. Wraps all the way around. It gives it a perfect amount of light and not a single bug. Last time we went camping, we would leave the door open for a little while with the light on because we had a light mounted on the wall, and bugs would just come in here and we had to get rid of them. So that was very, very handy, not having the bugs coming in and bothering us. So made it more cozier at night. And this couch, if you know futons are very comfortable, and you have plenty of leg room. You can kick your feet forward and put on the wall. So let's slide this out into a bed so you can see how it works. Okay, we're going to unlatch the clasp. You simply just grab a hold of the bed and pull it right about there somewhere. Then just kind of lift up on it. Boom. There we go. Situated a little bit. I got a string here. This called parachute cord. It's just a really strong string. So when it's in couch form, the mattresses don't vibrate when you're going down the road, and they don't come off of the bed. But I added three other supports. If you could see down that way, got 3 boards. Never had a chance to paint them either. That was kind of a last minute add-on too. And that way when it's in the couch bed form, it helps support it just a little bit more. So it is very handy. Let's see if you can see my little sliders. You can see them. That's what you use on drawers and stuff. So I just got 2 screws on each one holding it down to the floor. Just like that. So one should sit in. So when you get up in the day and you want to just kind of hang out and have a place to sit inside, maybe watch a movie, or if it starts to rain or whatever you want to do. Like when we were at Rifle Gap, the wind was real kind of blowy, just a little bit cool. So we just stepped inside the trailer, sat down, and started watching movies and snacking. So it was pretty nice just to get like out of the wind break. So, okay, let's put it back into a couch. And just like that, very, very, very handy. We used to have to strap the bed, the futon, to the wall with a ratchet strap. and then we had to unhook it. We'd slide it out and make it into a bed. But the thing always try to shift and move around when you're driving down the road. Stuff would get stuck underneath it, and we had to keep moving them out. So this is a far better situation. Now, there are some stuff that I do want to do more. As you get traveling, you start seeing different things you want to do. I've got some more ideas that I want to kind of fine-tune it a little bit better, and be able to make it more user-friendly. So it was a success. So the next thing I would like to do is I want to build a rack for the top. That way I can hold some more camping stuff. I'd like to buy a canopy that attaches to the side to come out on rainy days. I want to kind of fix it up like an overlander trailer, just where it's always ready to go no matter where we go. So, because here in Oklahoma, I've got a four-wheel drive truck, and so I could technically hook onto it and maybe go off-road a little bit and find some really cool remote places. But unfortunately, that truck won't probably make it to Colorado, so we used the Wife's Flex, and it pulled it very well. We did 14.5 miles to the gallon on the way up there because it's mostly climbing, and 16 miles to the gallon on the way back. So we pulled over in Texoma Park in Dumas, Texas, a free park, free electrical hookups, and a sewage dump. A 24-hour stay. So if you're ever going through Dumas, Texas, beautiful place. There is a train track there. It didn't really, I went off in the middle of the night, but I went back to sleep. So it was a lot better than staying in a Walmart parking lot. And so then we made it to my parents. We did Rifle Gap, and then the insulation was amazing. Rifle Gap, we ran our heater, but it was about perfect. But what my parents' house, it didn't get quite as cold there, so the heater was too much. We actually, our body heat kept it warm. So if it got around 30 degrees, 31, 32, the heater was helpful. But anything warmer than that, we just did not need the heater. We actually just got too hot and had to turn it off. So the insulation did amazing. So that was a success. And then on the way back, we stopped in Trinidad at a rest area right outside of Trinidad. We stayed there 2 or 3 times, and boom, it was a nice place, quiet place to spend the night on the way home. So it's nice not having to get hotels and stuff like that when you're traveling. You don't have to kill yourself to get there and get back. So it kind of breaks up the trip a little bit. So that was good too. So, well, there's the camper. More videos to come. I got more ideas. So until we see each other again on another video, you guys have fun and find ways that you too could go camping and enjoy the outdoors. That was a lot of fun there. So until we see each other again, stay out of trouble. All right. Now where do I want to start? I'm kind of want to keep working on it. I got some ideas I want to do, but as you can see, that other camper there, I've got to work on it too. Too much to do. Handymans are never done.